She moves in and they're locked and loaded. There's the light. Apollo Stakes Day about to get underway here at Randwick. Great program today. Set. And they're off and racing. Tap a kick, Warrior for Peace have jumped cleanly. Holy Hell being sent forward, looking for the lead. Pretty handy as well in the early stages is the grey Remadosia. Moving right around the field is Silent Call. So Holy Hell takes the lead now from Silent Call. Moving into third position in the early stages is the grey Remadosia, and off the course is Sacred Mistress. Warrior for Peace has got a pretty decent spot down on the fence on the inside of Tap a Kick. Two further back to Rocco Lini as they start to sort their order out, being kept company by Mr. Chips the outer. Further back to Regal Problem in a three-wide position from Ulysses Blue to Jarka Spends a Lot. Like Lukey from the outside draw was snagged back to last. Silent Call shows the way. And it's Silent Call in front by half to Sacred Mistress. Holy Hell handed up to third. Half the outside then to Remadosi as they start the run down the side. Regal Problems out wide. Going forward. Tapper Kicks come out underneath it. Tapper Kick 3 out now. Regal Problem 4 out with a pretty muddling pace up front. Spence a Lot moves up into a position with cover improving. Then Mr. Chips now. Like Lukey starts a run from the rear. Warrior for Peace has been shuffled back now. Fourth last on the fence from Ulysses Blue. Further back to Roccolini and to Jarka. Silent Call. Sacred Mistress turned the corner from Regal Problem. Spends a Lot chiming in. Like Lukey behind them. Tap a Kick a bit held up together Remadosi, and Holy Hell's got the chasing to do on the inside as Spends a Lot moves up. 4 horses wide. Warrior for Peace is into the clear now, putting itself into the picture. It Spends a Lot in front from Regal Problem, but Warrior for Peace is closing in now. Got the revs built up, Warrior for Peace, and is starting to draw away with the highway, winning it by a length and a half to Spends a Lot. Silent Call got through for third. Not sure about fourth. Roccolini's hit the line well. From Like Lukey, Regal Problem. Further back to Remadosi, Holy Hell, Sacred Mistress. Then came to Jarka. Good gap back to Tapper Kick, Mr. Chips, and Ulysses Blue.
1 minute he's travelling on the rails. The next thing he's finishing home the widest of the runners down the straight, and the punters have got the lot. Punters 1, bookies 0 in the early part of this day. 8 Warrior for Peace, Brett and Georgie Kavanagh heavily back. Jason Collett, Spends a Lot will run second. Silent Call will get third.
Beautiful ride. He took bad luck out of the equation. He saw an opportunity straightening up after they'd all made early moves. He'd made no move, and all he wanted was momentum, and that's exactly what he got. So that is a big go hit on every tote late. And it is punters 1, bookies 0, and that's the one they didn't expect, so stand by.
That was a great ride there, like you said, Ronnie, from Jace. Like, he was smothered away back on the fence. He would have been really upset. Not with himself, but with the way the race has run from the half mile to the home turn. It just become really, really muddling. I took my eyes off him for 1 second, 2 strides, and he was gone from the fence to about 7 off in 2 or 3 strides. It was a terrific ride.
Jay Collett, 150.8, 35.74, 8.7, 2 and 10 after the highway. Well done, Brett. What did you think of that ride from Jay Collett?
I reckon Kerry Jordan would be snapping a bottle of red now. He's been helping me with this horse for a long time. We've been trying to get him out in trip, and he said we just get Jace back on him and sort him out, and he's in for a really good prep. Thanks, Kerry.
He jumped well.
He did. Jumped really good. Actually, the stewards asked us where we're going to be, and I said I'd leave it up to Jace. But I've always trained him sharp, and he's been sharp, and it's probably been his undoing a couple of times. But Golden Hands here, he got him to settle nice, just off the speed, and not sure what he was thinking at the 300, but anyway, he got out. That's the main thing.
1 minute on the fence, the next minute 7 wide, and the winning move.
As long as he's not in the stewards report, it doesn't matter.
Horse has been frustrating because of the way he works at home.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. He's and look, I train area. I've always trained him sharp, and Kerry said to me, look, you know, just change his work, try this and try that, and he's trained a couple of Stone Group 1 winners, and I haven't, so I've got to listen to him.
Well done.
Thank you, mate.
Congratulations, Chase. You would have been upset with the way the race was run from the probably 700 through to the home turn, but how did you get off the fence?
I think I did it cleanly. We'll wait and see. But yeah, I looked over my shoulder and I could see, you know, the swarm of horses sort of did that early work at the end of the side straight there from the 700. So I sort of was either going to wait, obviously, if Nash's horse kicked on the fence there, but not much was changing once they sort of found that spot into the top of the straight. So I thought the best place now is just to come out, and luckily there's space to do so.
Question mark about the trip, but no dramas to go further.
No, we just needed to get the first half right, and it's so tempting with a good gate to want to bang, knowing he does actually have barrier speed, but we rode him quiet the other day, and he still does things wrong. But it was just wanted to get it right early, and thankful he's in a good headspace at the moment. The horse, his manners were good. He switched off mid-race, what I needed.
Well done.
Thank you.
Lloyd on Sea Admiral. Darren Flindell with a call.
This is the Midway, 1,000 metres, and we're getting close to action now with the red light flicked on. Stand by, they're off and racing. Everyone's a star, wide out, jump well. So to the favourite, Mal Coop, shall be handy. Zootastic improving along the rails. Just behind them is Be Quiet, followed by Sea Admiral. Let's Go Again, wishing up on the inside. V12 drifting back from Apache Breeze. Then Let's Go Wild from Norton Road. Everyone's a star, and Par's gone right back to last on Rantan. Zootastic kicks up underneath the favourite Mal Coop. In a 3-wide position as Shall Be. Then Let's Go Again from Sea Admiral. Be Quiet with cover as they come into the straight. Zootastic shows the way narrowly. From Mal Coop is being cuddled up. The rise a half length away. Let's Go Again the inside. Further back to Shall Be. Be Quiet. Rantan still a mile back, 8 lengths away as McDonald takes the favourite Mal Coop to the front now. Inside the 150, and Mal Coop is extending it away. Let's Go Again giving a good chase to second, but the favourite too strong. Mal Coop won it comfortably from Let's Go Again and Zootastic. Further back to All Too Wild. From Shall Be, Apache Breeze, Everyone's a Star, Norton Road, V12, Be Quiet. Oh, Rantan hasn't fired a shot down the straight. She's finished well back, and Sea Admiral was one of the last to finish.
Mal Coop just keeps winning. It's 5 out of 11 now, but it's 5 out of his last 2, 4, 6. He keeps raising the bar, Mal Coop. James McDonald, another win for him. So it was 5 winners, not last Saturday, the Saturday before at Rosehill. It was 1 last Saturday, and that was the big $2 million race Fireball. It was 4 last night. He's on the ball now, and he's got some big rides to come, including Autumn Glow and the big one later on. So he's 2 in front of Zach Lloyd now. And they've run 57.35, 33.36 the last 600 for the 1,000.
Yeah, if you backed him on the tote, you got a pleasant surprise late because it was absolutely hammered, Rantan. It was a very short fade. Started 3.20 on the totes with most totes there. So you got a little pleasant surprise. I think that Connections will be over the moon doing that on a dry track today. First up, 60 kilos, come back well, and they got themselves a real good little handy sharp sprinter here. Her fitness come to the fore there. Let's Go Again. She's run well, and back to a drier track suited Zootastic. Nothing went right for Rantan. Not making excuses, but she had to go right back to last, and just nothing went right at all.
Yeah, you're totally right, Ronnie. He was just sort of getting dragged back out of the race, Rantan, at a vital stage. But it was an easy watch there from J-Mac. He sat outside lead, travelled as he liked, went through his gears, attacked the line well. An easy watch.
So 57.35, 33.36, 1.5 by 1.25, 113.7 and 5. Roddy was right about that tote plunge on Rantan. They both started 3.50 on the tote, Mal Coop and Rantan, when they jumped.
Refused to load out at 1:35. Kalukan Beauty. Kalukan Beauty, who's got us 5 minutes behind time here, is out. Off. Racing now. Outspan jumped okay, so did Better By Far. Miss Chanel's having her ears written off and not really accelerating as Kieran Starr moved up in front of it. Then Persian Wonder, Legacelli, Zoo Dazzler. Sequind is firing up back in the field. Avon's Joy snagged back, and Give Her Strength is the last one. Better By Far got the front, and Kieran Starr got the spot outside. Miss Chanel goes to a clear third now from Legacelli, Persian Wonder. Outspan just drifting back a little bit out wide. Then came Zoo Dazzler from Sequin, Yvonne's Joy and Give Her Strength. So a clear leader now, Better by Far, coming around the turn and extends the margin to 3/4 on Kieran Starr. Then Miss Chanel being reined up. Legacelli on the inside. Further back to Sequin, 300 to go. Better by Far gets a length clear. Kieran Starr, though, is sticking on strongly, and Kieran Starr now moved up on the outside of Better by Far. Clear from Persian 1 to Miss Chanel's only battling, but Kieran Starr gets the upper hand now and starts to draw clear. Kieran Starr, 3/4 to Better by Far. She showed a lot of fight. Persian 1 to 3rd. Sequin, Legacelli next with Miss Chanel on the outer. Further back to Yvonne's Joy from Outspan, Give Her Strength, and Zoo Dazzler was last to finish.
Experience from the other day, Kieran Starr sits outside the leader and wins impressively. Number 5, Kieran Starr. Tommy Berry on for Kieran Maher. Second will be Better by Far, the leader. And third will be Persian Wonder. So the numbers will be 5, 7 and 2. We're waiting on it to become official. The time 63.93. Well done, Joe. All the experience from the other day paid off today.
Yeah, definitely. She's learned from it. She's very push-button kind of filly, and with that scratching behind the gate, I think definitely helped. Tommy was very aggressive there, probably a bit more than I was expecting, but that was the right thing to do. Once I got to the front, she's that kind of horse. She relaxes well. They had a fairly easy time, and yeah, with the run under her belt, she's learned the other day, and she was good late.
Do you think she's good enough to go to a slipper?
Whether she is or whether she's not, definitely have to consider. 5 weeks away from that. She's learned from her first run. She will keep improving. She's obviously bred to keep getting better. So whatever she's doing now is just a bonus. But yeah, she's done nothing wrong so far. So great result, great job from everyone now. And yeah, they'll have a lot more fun with her.
She might race away herself into the slipper. You'll know next start anyway.
Yeah, so yeah, she'll have a run. You've got a sweet time race in 2 weeks. You've got a Riesling in 3 weeks. So you probably look at one or the other and then decide from there. But yeah, good group of owners. She's a very well-bred filly. Peter Burt's Craig Stinsby are here today. And yeah, exciting.
Great work.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Tom. She looks very professional.
Yeah, she does, and that's how these 2-year-old races are won. As you know, Brownie, you usually won at the start, and she executed herself well. She got outside the leader. She was a little bit keen for, say, 100 metres there, and I just needed her to come back to me, which she ended up doing, and she found a good turn of foot. So, look, I think in the future, riding her with cover is going to be the way to go, but today was all about getting the win to get her close to a slipper, and she's got to keep improving the way she has, but she's heading in the right direction.
Well done.
Thanks. Cheers, mate.
Now, Nash is getting seated again here on Rathful as everything's calmed down again. Clear, off. Rathful missed the kick by a length and it'll settle last. Miss Kim Carr's jumped all right off the inside, but the favourite going forward is Sovereign Hill. Off the press, moves up to keep it company in the early part. Miss Kim Carr is right there on the inside, and Amrikia splitting runners. Further back then to Divana from Happy Belly, changing colours, Scaletrix. Arabian Rose is going to settle third last. 2 lengths to Rathful and 1 step close is at the rear. Hieronymus has the favourite in front, Sovereign Hill, and travelling sweetly from off the press with Miss Kim Carr getting right on the coattails of the leader and favourite. Half the outside to Enriquia, followed by Happy Belly, 3 fence on the inside of Divana. Then came Scaletrix together with changing colours. 2 off to Arabian Rose, Rathful the rails. 1 step closer, last about 10 off the lead. So Sovereign Hill at evens here shows the way by a long neck and off the press. Then Miss Kim Carr from Enriquia, changing colours, is pulling out as they straighten up now. Sovereign Hill nailed to the fence, leads the way by 3/4 to off the press. Enriquia travels up to third. Then Miss Kim Carr and further back to changing colours. Sovereign Hill wants to lay in a little bit. Enriquia and off the press are trying hard, particularly Enriquia is letting down today. And Enriquia moved up to join Sovereign Hill. Enriquia goes on with the job, and Enriquia pulls away to beat Sovereign Hill. Giovanna third. Arabian Rose went home into fourth. Further back to Miss Kim Carr and off the press. They beat off changing colours, Scaletrix, 1 step closer. Happy Belly weakened out, and Rathful was last to finish.
A good pick of the yard there from Chantel, number 17, Enriquia, at around $10 fixed odds. Amrikia, number 17, Peter Snowden and Zach Lloyd. So he claws one back on McDonald. The gap was 2. It's back to 1. Amrikia, number 17, will win. The favourite, Sovereign Hills, second. And Ronnie's tip, Devana, at good odds, has got into third. 17, 4 and 5. And then it'll be 10 off the press in fourth.
Yeah, well, the writing was on the wall. The punters would give up on her. The pros hit her late on the totes and give her another chance, marked her over the odds. A little freshen, a confidence-building barrier trial. Got into a beautiful spot for Zach. She gets the job done. No real excuses for the favourite. Battled on quite well. Had his chance, Giovanna. Just would have liked to see a bit more speed on up front, and especially for that Queenslander. It was very good considering circumstances. She has got talent, but all honours, the winner got the right run and produced the goods today.
Yeah, and got the right ride as well there, Ronnie. He's seen him really, really well at the moment, Zach Lloyd. He's putting him in all the right positions, getting all the right runs. He's riding the crest of a wave at the moment.
Time, 1:23.16. Last 600 metres in 33.8. Numbers are up, 17, 4, 5 and 15. Aaron, a little freshen up and some gear changes have done the trick.
Yeah, absolutely. She's always been a filly and a mare who's shown plenty of talent from day one, and just been a little bit disappointing in the last couple of preparations, but we've sort of pressed the reset dial and gave her that little takeover trial, and she looked excellent today, and it's nice to get the job done.
You got the right ride too.
It was excellent. Look, we were umming and ahhing whether to run her today. It looked a pretty strong field on paper. We had her in on Wednesday, but glad we pulled the right string.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Zach. Were you always confident in the run?
I was, yeah. She actually gave me a beautiful ride. She's normally not that sharp the first 100 metres. So when she began and wanted to be that close, I thought, geez, we might be on slung here today. And honestly, I never really felt like getting beat. She was just ready to go in my hands and, put that field away quite comfortably.
Did you catch the favourite lose the bridle there at the top of the straight?
I did, yes. Yeah, so that sort of enabled me to just sit for another 100 metres and just bite my time. And, she won very well. I'm sure there's bigger races for her.
Right on.
Six with a little jackpot today, and we're ready to run. Stand by. Favourite in the outside stall, Cross Tasman. The gates open and they're off and racing. Cross Tasman got away with them. Jamboree revved up out of the gates looking for the lead. Gold Bullion, Helsing, Glad You Think So, all pretty handy as they sort out the order, and it's a knockout in the clump there as well. Then Cross Tasman, Just Party, Casual Connection, and Furious is going to settle last of all. Jamboree controls the action early. Out by a length on Helsing, being restrained. It wants a tail trail. Gold Bullion moves up on the outside to third. 2 after it's a knockout. Then Glad You Think So. Cross Tasman, 1 off the fence, and we'd be about 8 lengths off the leader. Further back to Just Party's been well back, but it's third last from Casual Connection, and Furious is the last one. 800 metres to go. Jamboree by 2. Helsing in its slipstream second, followed by Gold Billion, who's being ridden up a long way from home. 3 further back to It's a Knockout on the outside of Glad You Think So. 2 to Cross Tasman, Just Party, Casual Connection, and Furious is the last one. Jamboree at the 500, a length in front from Helsing. Gold Bullion, Glad You Think So. Then It's a Knockout. Now the favourite Cross Tasman's peeling to the outside. Just Party's hugging the fence. Jamboree at the 300 giving a good sight by 2 on Helsing, knuckling down. Just Party on the inside. Cross Tasman is running on, still 3 lengths away. Jamboree leads the way by a length and a half, but Cross Tasman's picking up. Jamboree's all out. Cross Tasman going after it. Jamboree and Cross Tasman. Jamboree kicked and won. Jamboree fended off the favourite Cross Tasman. Has gone close but beaten again. Then Helsing, followed by Glad You Think So. It's a Knockout, Just Party. Further back to Furious, Casual Connection, and Gold Bullion was last in.
The stablemate has knocked off the heavily backed favourite, Jamboree. Dylan Gibbons, John O'Shea and Tom Charlton at $27.60 and $5 on the tote. The favourite has gone down to the stablemate. Cross Tasman will be second. O'Shea and Charlton, Zach Lloyd and Helsing will run third for the Archibalds and Jack Callan.
Well. The stablemate spoils the party for the punters. The Tab were happy about that one, and we thought he was a wet tracker, but he just kept running today. He went out very aggressive, and it was very tough there at the finish. I thought he was gone at the 100. I thought he was coming to get him, the favourite, but good, tough win, I'd say. Helsing seemed to have his chance there. No excuses, battled on well, but all honest winner. He did it at both ends there.
He did, Ronnie, definitely at both ends, and that might be the key how to ride this horse. He's a bit of a free runner there. He's done at both ends, like you said, high ball pretty much the whole race, so they might have found a little bit of a key how to ride him there out in front.
1:35.24, 34.72, 15, 10, 2 and 11. 15, 10, 2 and 11. The racing really hots up when we come back to Royal Randwick with the Light Fingers. That leads the 4 race features coming up. John O'Shea, the forgotten stablemate.
Yeah, look, to be fair to the horse, he had no luck at his last start, and Zach actually rode him and looked after him when he was posted, so the favourite just ended up a pair further back than we probably had liked, and Jamboree on his day at a Randwick Mile is a very tenacious horse, as you saw there, and when Zach has had to do a little bit of work on the favourite, we're still proud of both horses, and it was a good effort by both riders.
Jamboree seemed to relish being ridden like that.
Well, that's how to ride him, but the other thing about it, of course, the track's just got a little bit of juice in it today, and he's a much more effective horse when he can get his toe in a bit, so we expected an improved run today, and he gave us that.
Well done.
Cheers.
Is that it?
Undil, that might be the way to ride this horse.
Yeah, it is. Look, obviously John knows his horses very well, and there was only one strict instruction. He said, mate, he likes to roll along, and he just really appreciated it. Every corner we hit, he switched lead legs, and he was just a happy horse. And, I was aware I went a nice gallop, but the thing I loved is when we got up the rise and I gave him a smack and he heard the others come, he really sucked his bum down and was in for the fight. So he obviously just loves being the one getting hunted down and thrived off it.
Well done, bud.
Thank you.
Favourite drawn the inside, Apocalyptic. Righto, good to go. Gates are back. They're off and racing. Savvy Halley bounded out of the gates in front of Wooten Lass Nepo Baby. Favourite's going to settle in the second half of the field. We're moving into 4th position early as Sun Rays. Now Apocalyptic slides forward on the rails. Artistic Venture deeper out. Shenandoah Rivers firing up on the outside of Karinska. And Queen of Clubs the last one. Savvy Halley right on the bridle of the 800 metres. Just cruising from Nepo Baby, Wooten Lass. Apocalyptic 4th the rails. Then Sun Rays, Artistic Venture, Shenandoah River. Queen of Clubs, Karinska's last of a bunch field. 600 to go. Savvy Halley after the sharp start dominates the lead by length on Nepo Baby. Wooden Lass the outside. Apocalyptic creeping right up behind the leader as they straighten now. Savvy Halley 2 lengths clear. On the outside, Wooden Lass, Nepo Baby. Apocalyptic being revved up. It's getting a little bit tight for room as Savvy Halley found 2. Apocalyptic guided into the clear. Can she pick up the leader? Savvy Halley's going well. Apocalyptic a length and a half away. Savvy's kicking hard. Savvy Halley's going to lead all the way from Apocalyptic and Nepo Baby. Then came Sun Rays, Karinska warming up. Further back, Queen of Clubs, Wooden Lass, Artistic Venture, and Shenandoah River was keen in the run and finished last.
Savvy Halley, the filly on the spot today, in front, and they couldn't catch her. Nash Rawilla at his best, the arms and the legs pumping away, and Savvy Halley holds Apocalyptic at bay to win the Tab Light Fingers Stakes. She ambushed her today, Ronnie.
Yeah, well, that's how the race was run. It was just a total on-pace domination there. She looked to be going 3/4 pace in front. It took a while to get into stride there, Apocalyptic, but then they just got too big a rest. There was no pressure from Nepo Baby on Savvy Halley, and she's rallied too to run 3rd there. So, strange race. But a worthy winner. She showed the speed, she judged it to herself, and she sprinted too quickly. It's as simple as that.
It was basically a trot and canter, Ronnie. The first 2/3 of the race, they just cantered down the back and basically handed it to Nash, but he took total control of the race, took full advantage. Tommy Apocalyptic wasn't great out of the gates, took a little bit of time to muster speed, like you said, but once he got the winners back, he had every chance on the favourite, but all honours with the winner. Terrific ride.
Here are the times. They've run 1:9.94, 1:9.94, and they've sprinted home in 33.97. 1:9.94, 33.97. Savvy Halley, the winner of the Silver Shadow. That was the leg of the Princess Series that Apocalyptic hadn't contested in the spring. She went on to win the rest of them, Apocalyptic, but Savvy Halley now adds another Group 2 to her CV. Well done. You were spot on today.
Yeah, she was. Look, things fell apart at the Gold Coast for us, but she responded great. She's come home and, turned up today after no trials and, nice fillies race, so I'm wrapped.
Nash was able to rate her so beautifully in front.
Yeah, good positive ride, and, that's why we put these guys on. They're the best, so nice to have him on. I haven't used Nash a lot. For no reason we can't get him, so that was nice to get him.
Well, you're mindful of being trying to be that touch fitter, taking on Apocalyptic today, having that run under the belt. If you were ever going to beat her, it might have been today.
Yeah, look, it obviously helped. I think she's dynamic at this sort of trip, gets her own age, and sex, I should say. But, I'd like to thank Brad Hunt, been a big supporter, and it's nice to get a good filly for him.
What are you going to do next?
We'll probably go to the 1400 now.
Yep, well done.
Thanks.
Well done, Nash. You must have been confident a very long way out.
Yeah, look, it probably surprised me how well she jumped. It was sort of our last plan, but also one I didn't put a line through. And, look, anything can happen in a race, and nothing worse than being tied down by instructions. But luckily then, we sort of said, well, aim for the 1-1 and just get her comfortable from wherever we end up. And after 2 strides, it was pretty obvious where we were going to be.
You obviously travelled really, really well on the lead, doing no speed at all, but her acceleration was great.
Well, I sort of have enough confidence in her not to wait for him. I thought, geez, I've had all the favours here. I can afford to, get going before the top on the rise and make him chase me down. And look, a few of them may have looked like they were coming at some stage in the race, but she was always going to be able to find something in the last 100.
Well done.
Cheers, mate.
Cabalas is into $4.80. Lady Shenandoah out to $6. Lady Shenandoah. There's the red light again. Stand by for the Expressway Stakes. Gates are back, they're off. Lady Shenandoah jumped well off the inside. The favourite Angel Capital will settle last. Cold Crusher being sent forward. So's Cabalas, Jolly Star, Lady Shenandoah, Herbert Rua. Angel Capital last, immediately going into a wider position. Cabalas will take the front now. Cold Crusher sits up on the outside. Jolly Star takes a sit third on the outside of Lady Shenandoah. Angel Capital's firing up back in the field. On the outside of the roughie, Herbert Rua. Cabalas has a clear lead now. Got a length and a half clear from Cold Crusher. 2 lengths further back to Lady Shenandoah. On the inside of Jolly Star. Angel Capital's on the bridle now, trucking along. Herbert Rue the inside. Cabalas turns the corner in front. Cold Crusher under plenty of pressure. 2 off to Jolly Star. Lady Shenandoah's hunting the fence hard. Cabalas at the 300. 2 in front, beating off Cold Crusher. Jolly Star starting to meander through. Cabalas is going great guns. Terrifically at the 200. Jolly Star's giving chase. Then Lady Shenandoah. Cabalas is all out now. And Jolly Star powers past. Oh, Jolly Star maintains a brilliant fresh record. Run away from Cabalas and Lady Shenandoah charging home. Angel Capital a gap away fourth. Then Cold Crusher and Who But Rue.
Jolly Star, James McDonald and Chris Waller, that last 50 metres. She has reigned supreme after Cabalas gave supporters a bit of a thrill there down past the distance. But Jolly Star, the big Group 1 performer, has drawn away in the end to win by a length, more than a length and a tail. Cabalas will be second, Lady Shenandoah will be third, and Angel Capital will be fourth. We'll show you the head on to the start. It looks as though he might have got squeezed out at the start He's settled back and over race. Ronnie, Jolie Star adds another feature win to her, 8 wins career now.
Yeah, she's a quality mare. We all know that. She was off the canvas there. I thought he was home when he sprinted there. I thought, geez, you're going to take some running down Caballas, but she's just such a quality mare with a great fresh record. Caballas was game in defeat, and she was terrific there again. Lady Shenandoah first up. So jury's out on Angel Capital. He's going to be in his bonnet. When that speed slows, he doesn't come back underneath the rider. So there are faults in his armour there. There's no doubt about it. But all honours the winner. At the 100-metre mark there, it was all... 200-metre mark, you would have thought it was all Caballas, but just her quality digs in late there.
Another terrific ride there by J-Mac as well, Ronnie. I know it was a very, very small field and he drew okay, but the way that he banged out and got over into the 1-1 to follow Cold Crusher, but you can just see in J-Mac's riding the confidence that he has in this mare. She travelled up. Once he really did push the button, she just lengthened. She's a brilliant horse, this horse.
Okay, let's have a look at that head-on of the start as they jumped away. Angel Capital in barrier 3, and they jump away and just cops a bit of a squeeze there in between Hubert Rue and also Caballas.
Yeah.
And Caballas goes on to lead, and Jolie Star just ends up in the great spot. James McDonald coming back to scale now. So prior to today, she won $6.5 million. And what does Chris Waller do now with Jolie Star? There's the option to go to Melbourne for the Newmarket. There's the option to stay in Sydney and have a crack at the 1,300 metres of the Canterbury Stakes. And he's also mindful of where Lady Shenandoah and Angel Capital go to as well. So Jolie Star, James McDonald over the scales. Chris Waller's coming down to join us now. Be very happy with what he just saw from Jolie Star, but you just come to expect that from her. That's what she is. She's a great performer, Chris.
She is, yeah. She's a mature horse now. It's as simple as that. Last year we were sort of saying we needed to settle, we needed to relax and do the little things right, but she does that now, and James put her into a beautiful position. And tactically that was great because it was a sprint home. Tommy just about pinched the race. James didn't go around them, he just stuck to the basics and rode her like a jockey should.
Were you still confident she could run Caballas down when he skipped away?
Not really. No, it looked like he had a march, and you knew that she had to dig deep, and she had a test and she passed the test.
So what are you thinking now? You've obviously got Canterbury Stakes and Newmarkets to think about?
I'd say see what James says. But I'd say Canterbury Stakes, 1,300 metres here at Randwick in 3 weeks' time.
And the other two, a comment on Lady Shenandoah and Angel Capital?
Angel Capital just a little bit fresh, and there wasn't enough speed and intensity for him, so we'll stick to our plan and go to the Newmarket. And Lady Shenandoah was great without speaking to Nash. Thanks.
Here's J-Mac.
Were you always confident in the run, J-Mac? Because he really pushed the button at the top of the straight there in Caballas.
He booted, he rode as well, and had us all chasing a fair way from home, but my mare's a dual Group 1 winner and probably counting, so she was always going to be surging, and it was just a matter of hopefully getting there in time.
Did the wheels spin a little bit when you first pushed the button? We knew she was strong through the line.
She always does. She takes a little bit to build through, and hence why the hustle and bustle of sort of races can be the undoing of her. But when she gets the right setup like that, and there'd be pushing a horse to beat her in this country. Yeah.
Well,
thanks.
At this type of company, she's a Group 1 handicap winner of the Epsom, $1.40. Here's the Apollo.
Stakes. The gates are back and they're off. Autumn Glows jumped really well from the outside. First out was Lindemann from the instructor, and Autumn Glows going to park third. And Aliana moves up on the inside to get a terrific position early. 2 lengths away to Chaya Wolf. Steffi Magnetic at midfield. Then came Wooden Verdi, Soul of Spain, River of Stars, and Antino is the last one. So the instructor leads the way. Lindemann just sits back a length off. Aliana in third, and Autumn Glow is fourth. 1 out got one back. 3 further back to Chaya Wolf, then Wooten Verney, Steffi Magnetica. 2 further back to Soul of Spain, River of Stars, and Antino is the last one. So the instructor rolling along under his own steam, out by 3/4 to Lindemann. Aliana with a tail trail. Autumn Glow's next on the outside, and 2 further back to Chaya Wolf. So the instructor has had the lead all on his own. Lindemann's just sat back all the way. Autumn Glow's peeling 3 wide. Aliana stoked up towards the inside, and 2 further back to Chaya Wolf. 300 to go. The instructor leads. Lindemann coming off heels. Autumn Glow gets moving on the outside, and quickly Autumn Glow moved up, gave them the eye, and went on by. Look at the mare go. Oh, she oozes class. Aliana goes to a clear second. Autumn Glow eased down, won the Apollo by 2.5. Aliana second. Lindemann third. The instructor fourth. Followed by Steffi Magnetic at Chaya Wolf, Wooten Verney. Further back to Soul of Spain, River of Stars, and Antino.
And all of a sudden, she is just better. She has come back better. 9 out of 9, the perfect mare. Autumn Glow, James McDonald and Chris Waller has toyed with her opposition. Her first time at Weight for Age. Chris Waller can do whatever he wants with her now. If he wants to sprint her, if he wants to go to a mile, if he wants to go further. Who's going to stop her, Ronnie? Who is going to stop her?
I do not know. She is just... Well, she's the Valentine's girl today for many punters, so... Carrots and kisses for her all round, there's no doubt. That electric turn of speed that she shows there, she puts a field away, and the connections that'll lift them after losing Miss Finland during the week. And for this mare to just put a little bit of a smile on their face today, and she might be the next one to take up that mantle that great mare had.
She's just so versatile as well, Ronnie. Like, they can put her up on speed, or she can be ridden that little bit quieter, but she's just got this unbelievable turn of foot. She travelled super. So again, she's just the perfect racehorse.
She has run 122.11, 122.11, 33.43, 33.43. So she's gone quicker than that, her last 600 individually, and she's won by 2 3/4 lengths. A length between second and third. So at a first go at Weight for Age, she blows them away by 2 3/4 lengths over her stablemates, Aliana and Lindemann. The instructors run 4th. Steffi has run 5th. Chawolf has run 6th. Autumn Glow. She has won a Derby Munro, a Toy Show, a Theo Marks. She won a first Group 1 in the Epsom. Then she backed up to win the $10 million Golden Eagle against her own age group. And today she accomplishes something else. John Massara, the owner, congratulations. Is it possible she's just got better?
It looks that way. It does look that way, I must say. Weight for Age to win as easily as that. Amazing.
Have you ever seen a horse with a demeanour like hers?
No, so relaxed. Everything she does is laid back, and that's half the story, really. So, great trainer, great jockey. They help too, you know.
And of course, she moved into Weight for Age company for the first time today, but that was no problem whatsoever.
Absolutely not. It's going to be difficult to beat her now, I'd say.
What do you think is her immediate future?
Well, I think we're going to stick to mile races. We've got the Queen of the Turf at the end of the carnival.
Yep.
George Ryder.
That
sort of races.
Queen of the Turf.
Yeah.
You would rule out a Queen Elizabeth, would you?
Oh, I'd have to talk to the trainer.
Yeah, well done.
Okay.
Good on you. 7, 9, 3 and 4. Chris Waller's about to come back now. So Autumn Glow goes to the very elegant next start, which would be a mile. And then the George Ryder on Golden Slipper Day. And then the feeling is she would then go to the championships, but more than likely the Queen of the Turf. But that decision doesn't have to be made until her next 2 assignments. Once again, Chris, as I just said to John, it looks as though she has come back better.
Yeah, she's come back well. James was a great ride and put her into a nice position, and she's just a really foolproof horse. Quite remarkable.
What goes through your mind today when you see the ease of the win?
Just to say that she's come back well, and we know where she is starting the prep. The first run of the prep's the most important. it tells you where they are. You can have as many track gallops and trials and exhibition gallops, but until they're under race pressure, you don't really know. So that tells me she's in a pretty good position.
And the only 2 races locked in for the moment, the Very Elegant and the George Ryder, that's where you're heading?
Yeah, one at a time. But it seems logical. Obviously, I'll talk to Mr. Massara and the team in Hong Kong, the Hermitage, which is all part of the fun.
Is she like this at home? Yeah. This mare that we see just stroll around a mounting yard?
Yeah, the Autumn Suns are. He's just he was like that himself. He's an amazing stallion, and he puts that into his progeny.
Congratulations. Thank you. Great job, trifecta as well. The others, Aliana's run well, Lindeman's run well.
Yeah, they were good, really good. Aliana was brilliant. It's good to see her to take up a spot if she needs to as well. So she was put in the race and she was still strong late.
Great job.
Thanks.
Very Elegant next for this mare, and James McDonald's about to give us his thoughts, and we'll bring you that in just a moment.
She's improved again.
Yeah, she's going well, that's for sure. But like I said in the during the press this week, there's only 2 horses, and I've been lucky enough to associate with some good ones. But with their demeanour, with their class and their ability, she's going the right way. But she's got a long way to go, but she's well on her way, and she's got a good trainer that will place her to the best of her ability, and she's got some lofty targets in store. But she's going to have to step up, but she's well on her way.
You got into a great position, but I don't think the position would have mattered anyway.
No, it wouldn't have. No. Go around the outside fence, maybe.
She looked like coming back to scale, like she could go again.
Yeah, she is. And then exercise gallop was just so smooth. It's a beautiful bit of work. She had a nice blow after that, but you know yourself. When you get on a good one, they clean themselves up like that, and away they go. And they know it's game day, and that's what separates the greats from the good, and hopefully she's one of them.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Just Feeling Lucky. Beat some nice ones in a recent trial. Is the last to move in, and there's the light. Just about ready to run. The gates are back, and Weeping Woman began fast with Lilac on the outside. Manal away well. Just Feeling Lucky pretty wide early. Then Super Norwest improving. A gap in the field to Verona Rose from Count Your Blessings. Tuileries third last. From Dark Glitter and Gerringong is the last one. Just Feeling Lucky rolls the dice on the outside and went forward to sit outside Weeping Woman. Lilac took a sit in third, followed by Manal, then Super Norwest. Tuileries pushing through on the inside of Count Your Blessings, then Verona Rose, Dark Glitter, and Gerringong sits last today, 600 to go, and the well-backed favourite leads here, Weeping Woman, with the ears pricked travelling to the turn from Just Feeling Lucky, then Lilac, Manal getting a cosy run on the fence, and then Super Norwest pulling out with Count Your Blessings. Weeping Woman comes up the rise, a length in front of Just Feeling Lucky, Manal making ground, 2 further back to Lilac, Super Norwest and Tuileries starting to pick up, 3 off the lead, but Weeping Woman a length and a half, 2 lengths clear, going inside the 100 from Manal, down the outside, Verona Rose rocketing home, but the favourite to win again, Weeping Woman. That's 4 in a row, beating Manal and Verona Rose. Dark Glitter charged home, almost clipped heels near the post. Then came Tuileries, followed by Just Feeling Lucky, Gerringong, from Lilac, Super Norwest and Count Your Blessings.
They keep raising the bar for this mare Weeping Woman, and she keeps delivering. She won first up at Rose Hill last preparation. She went to Kembla and did it again, and then Joe Pride sought Nashua Willer's advice. Should he have a crack at Stakes Company? He said yes, so they went to the Razor Sharp, and now she's come back and first up wins a Group 3. Weeping Woman, the winner of the Triscay. Tim Clark and Joe Pride will be too good for Manal. Jason Collett, Michael Freedman, and Verona Rose, number 7, a great return by her from the tail. Ash Morgan and Gary Portelli.
Yeah, well set up by Joe. She'd been held back for this race, and she got, well, it didn't turn out as fast as we thought it was, the race, so she just got it beautifully up front and sprinted too quickly. Manal was fantastic with her big weight, still rallying late there, and hard to miss Verona Rose and the grand old girl, Dark Glitter, who always runs a good race in these types of events. But all honest, the winner, she's on a winning run.
she is on a winning run, Ronnie, and she's very underrated as well. Like, they keep raising the bar and she keeps making that big effort and winning. But terrific win there today. They didn't actually hand it to her. She was sort of attacked a little bit mid-race, so she didn't get all the favours, but she fought them off very, very well.
So 4, 2, 7 and 9, 109.33, 19.33, home in 33.86. 33.86, 109.33. Joe Pride will be joining us in just a moment. Tim Clark's about to go over the scales. 1 1/4 by a half neck with the margins after Weeping Woman adds a Group 3 to her listed win in the Razor Sharp. So she's 4 in a row now. Manal second, Verona Rose third, Dark Glitter finishing on well down on the inside, running 4th. Officially 5th was Tuileries, and then Just Feeling Lucky. All right, Tim Clark's about to talk to Corey Brown. He's just made it official over the scales. Here he is.
Well done, Timmy. That's a nice enough win first up.
Yeah, she's a beautiful mare and just sort of got a bit lucky getting on her with the lightweight, but yeah, you got to take them opportunities when they come your way, and she's obviously building a really good record, and she's just so easy to ride. She's real push button, sprung the lids and was able to get there and control it. Hasn't been a bad place to be today, and she quickened up really well. Nash said that she didn't need she pins the ears back and tries really hard, so she doesn't need a lot of stick, and she's really game and gives 100%. So she's a nice mare going places.
Well done, mate.
Thanks.
Good on you, mate. He's giving him a scope.
Joe? Well, isn't she doing everything right?
Yeah, she is. Nash got it off the other day, and he thinks she's going to win a really nice race at some stage. And it wasn't Nash's job to steer her today, but I think Tim probably realised he's only warming the saddle because Nash is going to want back on.
Yeah.
So that's a nice problem to have. Jockeys fighting over a horse. Nice mare, to state the obvious. Keeps winning. Got a great racing pattern. Does makes her own luck. And just keeps getting better.
So what's next?
Had planned to take her to the Winona Girl. She'll probably sneak in one more race at this level, and then she's probably going to have to go into something better. But she looks like she's capable of going on to something better, which is a nice situation to be in. But really nice mare. Very interested to see at some point if she can run beyond 1,200 metres. I think she will. So, but yeah, it's a good win.
What's the situation with Chawolf?
I'm going to get him scoped. Not sure. We got a little bit of blood and a tiny amount of blood, but the horse doesn't seem distressed at all. He's not coughing, but I'm getting him scoped. So I'll have news soon.
So you don't feel like it was a bleed?
No, I can't say that. I'm hoping more than anything.
Right.
But he is not presenting like we'd typically see a bleeder present. So sucked the life out of that win for me, I can tell you. But anyway,
you did.
Yeah.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
John.
Okay.
Here's the last.
Red light blinking, stand by. The last at Randwick. Set. Racing. Sunshine in my pocket, a bit slow off the inside, will settle last. Aerodrome jump well with Glinda Silver. Gatsby send forward, Bunker Hut handy 4th on the inside. Then moving out and Berkshire Shadow positioning right behind. Further back to Petaluma, then Get a Fix. Sunshine in my pocket on the inside of Altoff there, and the white cap is well back in the field. Glinda Silver rolls to the front here from Gatsby's. Bunker Hut 3rd. Aerodrome 1 out, 1 back. 2 further back to Moving Out on the inside of Berkshire Shadow. Then Get a Fix from Petaluma. And the last 2, Sunshine in my pocket on the inside of Altoff. 600 to go. Glitter Silver shows the way by a length on Gatsby's. They're followed then by Bunker Hut on the inside of Aerodrome is tugging along. Berkshire Shadow Peel 3 wide. Then Moving Out. Petaluma has a back to follow as they turn. Glitter Silver turns in front by a length and a half on Gatsby's. Bunker Hut. Aerodrome keeping Moving Out in a pocket. And Petaluma''s winding up on the outside. Gatsby's makes the move now. Gatsby's went up to join Glitter Silver. Then Bunker Hut. Moving Out's taking a gap. Further back to Aerodrome. Gatsby's all out. Bunker Hut and Moving Out charging through. Moving Out. at odds. Moving Out's caused an upset in the last to beat either Bunker Hut or Gatsby's. Then Glitter Silver, Sunshine in My Pocket. Further back, Petaluma, Get a Fix, Aerodrome. Then came Altoff, Never a Factor. And Berkshire's Shadow was last to finish.
Moving Out, Adam Hieronymus and Chris Waller have burst through late. They were all lined up. Gatsby's was in front. Glint of Silver was there. Bunker Hut over on the inside. Petaluma was out wider. And then Moving Out with the black cap and the Yulong colours has burst through, put its nose out right on the line and will beat either Bunker Hut and Gatsby's. It'll be Moving Out, Gatsby's, Bunker Hut, and then Glint of Silver. Number 8, Moving Out. 40-1 SP on the NOP, 31.80 and 6.50 the last.
Well, she's always had that. She didn't come up last preparation, so the trials were okay. So, although unfancied there, I don't think it was unexpected, to tell you the truth. She was very, very good there. So Gatsby's has put 2 together now. Bunker Hut, good first up. No luck at all there. I reckon I should have won. Sunshine in My Pocket. Just missed the start with those blinkers the first time and then had to angle sideways to get out. So I think legitimate excuses there for Sunshine in My Pocket.
Another good ride there by Adam Hieronymus. He's probably a fraction, I'm not going to say unlucky, Ronnie, but he got shoved back to the inside there. Aerodrome, Regan Bayless sort of put him back into a spot, and then he went back to the inside, had to gather up a little bit of momentum, but he is strong through the line, so he's in for a big preparation.
She raced in all those mares races. She's always been in top company. Like a last preparation, she raced in the Tibby, the Blazer, the Lady Day Vars, the Tessio Matriarch. She's back into benchmark grade today, and she bursts through and wins. For Yulong, to give Chris Waller another winner on the program, 117.16, 34.03. Moving Out. What did the stable think? Was that unexpected?
Well, Zane Jones, we have a weekly show.
I watched it.
He tipped it, like $40. He tipped it.
You asked him what's your best, and he without any hesitation.
So there you go.
Has he got the job now? Has Charlie been moved aside? Is Zane going to get
just has to lift? Yeah. Yeah, she's always shown us promise. Just got a bit wayward last prep, over racing. We took her back to basics, did some dressage with her and re-educated her, and she never looked in doubt today. It was a great ride from Adam, who's ridden her in the trials, and it was a well-deserved win.
So she'll be back in stakes company soon then?
Aspiration in 3 weeks.
Okay, well done. Great day.
Thank you.
There's Chris Waller, 8, 13, 2 and 10, and here's Adam Hieronymus.
Well done, Hippo. A little bit surprising, but good.
To tell you the truth, I wasn't surprised. I was very confident. Yeah, she's been trying really well, nice and relaxed, beautiful rhythm. The only sort of question mark I had on how she was going was what I was going to get off the bridle. But when I spoke to Chris pre-race, I really wanted to stay on the bridle for as long as I could, just to keep giving her that confidence. But as it turned out, I was going pretty good, and I got pretty excited, and then I had to duck back to the inside, and it was a tough win.
Well done.
Thank you.